squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go!
Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. Running again with Barkley on second down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Alert.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Trap 60. Trap 60. Let's go.
Now Jones. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. Not much there, only a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And running with power here. Touchdown!
Let's go.
Nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed.
Bro, and I just missed that.
Right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Yeah, that's about right.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On play action, it's Murray. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. And Murray in trouble.
Clowney putting in work.
Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
Fucking D-Hop.
He is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Oh, that was a pick on God, bro. That was a pick.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. He's got the 1st down here.
Good flag.
30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run with Hunt. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Niners, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Won't call that instant rollout.
They wind up converting on 3rd and 15. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. This defense for the Niners, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A carry here for Hunt. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
6-0 our score after 1. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now Murray's going to set up to throw.
Oh my God, bro. He's getting bailed out hard right now.
Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from grabbing the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And a nice spin into some open field. Past the 20. Woo, yeah! Touchdown, 49ers.
Best running back in the league.
In the NFL the last decade or so, Saquon Barkley might be among the smoothest of them all. What a heck of a run right there. This time, the extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Cardinals 6.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Cover 2.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Bro, look at that.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Shotgun now from Murray. And that falls to the ground.
Warner, what are you doing? Just standing there.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Play fake. Murray. And a dangerous throw.
Warner, that's a pick 6, bro.
And incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, That's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Throwing Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 16 more on that one and another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake. Jones. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, 49ers. It's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Gold to add the extra point.
Bro, this wind is crazy.
Oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road.
Yeah, I shoot them gaps, bro. Come on.
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Another scouting report on him is that he didn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Give me that.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, shoves him away. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And this throw incomplete.
Oh, when it dropped it.
All over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
Good block, Barkley.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 15-yard line. Second and 5.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the Jets.
Why did I
And
spin?
this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Well,
Dancing to his left.
no.
And this pass broken up. Excellent.
I did hit the wrong button on that.
As that was not an easy one to hold on to. The kick by Gold is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Murray off play action.
Oh, he got him.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be
Murray's a bum.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Throwing on first down is Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. On the counter, Hunt. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Murray now.
Oh, that was a pick.
Away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
Let's go. That's how you use a tackle, bro.
Backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And that
is no good. It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
Read past it. Let's go.
It's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Oh, some strong running. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Give him 6 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Murray now to throw. He'll air this one out for...
Hell no.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk...
And he spins past him and into space. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Whack ass holding call, man.
It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Barkley, toss play left. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be incomplete.
I thought he came down with that shit.
Pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off. and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Tried to pass like that.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk.
Give me that.
That is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Swings this out for Hunt. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 122 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
But just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Oh.
Now Jones. He's got a rifle.
Give me that.
Left side. Touchdown 49ers. Marquez Valdes-Scantling with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Oh, I wanted to hit the shit out of Murray.
Across the 35. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
And the Cardinals first down.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On play action, it's Murray. Rolling to his right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's
could have stripped that shit.
Yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 3 quarters have come and gone.
Damn, I chose the wrong play.
On EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Play action. Now it's Murray. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. To throw is Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to...
Oh, that should have been picked.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Cardinals on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 19. Shotgun now for Murray. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 143 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. This is Barkley. And he's got room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
That's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A first down carry for Barkley. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Barkley. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Saquon Barkley, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. 230 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And they will take a knee here. Second and goal from the 6 this time. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
And they take a knee.
Robbie Gould on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after